made towards the infrastructure. I think it's on the right direction, but if it has to move on a fast track basis, it needs to be much more. So if net what we are talking about is from a GDP point of view, if India's GDP is today is 2.7 trillion USD, close to 7 to 8% of the GDP money has to be allocated towards the infrastructure development projects. If that happens, and with the growth of a 5 trillion USD market, then only this is going to happen. Otherwise, there is going to be the government spend that is happening on this. And without this, so the movement has already started. It is going to completely change the entire dynamics of this particular historical high in terms of the transactions, office transactions. And 5, the completion has grown by 31% on a year-on-year basis. Developers moving out of the residential, and if you look at other markets, NCR from a 3.6 million.
And Knight Frank, just to talk about Knight Frank, we are a UK-based organization. We have been there in the business of real estate for the last 120 plus years, and in India we have been there in the market for last 23 plus years, and as far as Bangalore is concerned also, we are pretty much there for about close to 20 odd years servicing in this particular market. This was our latest edition of India Real Estate Report. This was our 11th edition, and like all other half-yearly reports, in this particular report also we are covering the top 8 cities of the country. And within the top 8 cities, we are talking about the top 2 asset classes of real estate, which is residential and commercial real estate. And we are giving an insight in terms of what has happened in the real estate world over the past 6 months. So H1 of 2019 is what we have kind of revealed this time. And for the city of Bangalore, it has been a fabulous news in terms of both as far as the residential development or the residential market is concerned, as well as the commercial real estate is concerned. Both in commercial and residential real estate, we have seen there is a very healthy transactions in terms of office space leasing, as well as even in the residential sales. Residential sales have moved up by almost close to 9% on a half-yearly basis, H1 2018 to H1 2019. In terms of commercial real estate, it has moved up by almost close to 26% on a half-yearly basis, the transaction volume. And today, in fact, in commercial office space, the transaction volume is close to 8.3 million square feet, which is highest among in the past 1 decade. So that's the kind of a momentum that we are seeing in the market. And as far as the segment or the residential segments are concerned, there is a huge shift in terms of the market segment. Almost close to 85% of the total launches that is taking place in the market has happened in the sub 75 lakh rupees bracket. To be precise, it would be almost close to 18% is the sub 25 lakh rupees bracket, and it would be close to 38% of the total percentage of launches in the between 25 to 50 lakh rupees bracket, and the remaining is between 50 to 75 lakh rupees bracket.
So after general election, how is the market in Bangalore right now?
See, general election is more to do with the India scenario, the India story. The real estate is more regional and more state subject. So for us, general election doesn't make much of a difference. But yes, from a stability point of view, we all look at stability. We are seeing that the things that are going to affect the real estate largely is infrastructure projects. And infrastructure projects are largely driven by the central government, and that's where we see that there is going to be a lot of boost on the infrastructure bit of it, and that's where the vision of the Modi's government is going to come true over the next 5 years, and then housing for all, and then the boost towards the affordable housing. All these are effects which we have been seeing for the last 2 years, and today we are seeing the results. There is a complete change in the mindset in terms of how the market is behaving, the market is delivering. I think the market has realized where is the real demand, real potential. The government has kind of pushed them towards identifying the thought process or putting the thought process together that one needs to cater towards that particular segment. So the market is, I think, it's very, very active, very, very buzzing right now. On the infrastructure part of it, again, I would say infrastructure is also a key driving factor. So when we look at both